Kwaku. And if this is your first time of seeing this beautiful face, you are highly welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. And don't forget to hit on that subscribe button, subscribe, like, and then share. And also, don't forget to leave your comment. Okay, thank you so much as you do so. Yes, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking to some of my brothers and sisters here in the diaspora, in their various locations, seeking their opinions as to how things are, how they are coping, and then how they are also getting along with what is happening in the world now. And I hope that by the end of this video, it encourages you in one way or the other. And it also, no matter what you may be going through at this particular moment, all we can do is to still pray. Once we have life, there is hope. So do not throw in the towel yet. God got us all. How do they say that? Yeah, God got us all. So we can only exercise our faith in this trying moments, and then God is certainly going to see us through.
Hi, I'm Felix from Ghana, a conventional Franciscan friar, currently based in Nairobi, Kenya, a student of theology. So this is about COVID-19 and how it has affected our world today, how it has thrown many people into a state of hopelessness. The lockdowns in many countries, the closure of schools, the closure of airports and borders, the closure of businesses and many other institutions. This has really bewildered many people and has thrown many people into a state of hopelessness as we wonder when this will come to pass, as we wonder when this will come to its end. In my case, being a student, I have had a share of this, given that school had to break from physical lectures to online lectures so we could finish the semester. It wasn't easy, it wasn't so conveniencing, but we had to bear with it given the time that we are in. This is not a time really for us to give up. This is not really a time for us to lose hope. In ordinary life, we make plans for the future, yet the future is always unknown and uncertain to us. Making plans for the future is an act of hope that the plans we make will be fulfilled one day. In this situation too, we are called to be hopeful. The various measures that are put in place by governments, the various measures advised by professionals are acts of hope in themselves, that when we have kept these measures diligently, a time will come when we shall have our lives back as normal as it was again. Above all, this is the time to be more hopeful in God, that God who made this world knows how COVID-19 entered into it and is certainly going to intervene. God is not going to lose this world to COVID-19. And so we are called to be hopeful, to keep trusting that this shall come to pass. Ours is to keep hope alive. Ours is to keep the various measures that are advised by professionals. Ours is to keep trusting that there's light after the tunnel. There is a good life after this. As we journey through this period, we make various experiences. We examine how we lived before, we examine how we live now, and at least we have something new to learn about ourselves, about our life, about this world. Don't give up, don't lose hope, stay hopeful, stay blessed, and keep trusting that there's a better life that awaits us after this experience.
So, my sis here asked me to make a very short video about this whole COVID-19 situation in my country. Well, I'm originally Ghanaian, but I'm currently in Ecuador. So, the situation here in Ecuador, well, just like in many other countries, we are all being affected in one way or the other. And with personal life, with work life, with every other situation, it's crazy when you go outside. Luckily for me, in my city here, it's not as bad, but just like it's happening, the cases once one case is recorded, it keeps shooting up like it's nobody's business. So we are trying, me personally, I'm trying as much as possible to stay indoors the best way I can. I just go out once every while if it is necessary, only if it is necessary, because everybody is alarmed. For example, I don't listen to the news at all because I don't even follow. I don't know the number of cases recorded in Ecuador here. I honestly have no idea. I know it's prudent to stay updated and everything, but I seriously don't follow because the stress levels this thing is given are real. So, for example, me, I work from home. Thankfully, I get to work from home, so I don't get to go out often. And it's the stress levels are real, like I mentioned earlier. What I do personally to keep up with my stress, to keep up with the stress, uninvited stress we all are going through now, is when I wake up in the morning, not every day I try to do this, but when I wake up in the morning, I try to stay in and reflect on a few things. But I usually work myself out in the morning before I start my day, my work day. I work out to get me more active within the day and go about my business. And it has affected everything. Like my hair right now. You can't get your hair done. You can't get anything done. I mean, your whatever. Everything. So me, for example, maybe I'll just say this to end. I'm keeping my natural hair. I can't get it braided. But for example, last night I was just there in my room. I couldn't sleep, and I had my lights out already. I was reading. By the time I realized I was just playing with my hair. By the time I realized, I just started twisting my own hair. So this situation is inviting us to, or teaching us to do a lot of things on our own. And as much as it's crazy, it feels interesting. Today I was showing it to my friend, like, hey, you know what I did last night? I was just in my room, and in the dark I just started twisting my own hair, and I did it through and through, and I finished and I styled it. And she also showed me hairs that she had done. So in as much as all this is affecting us in one way or the other, I think it's really cool that we get to have personal times for some things we are doing. We got to be intentional about everything. Now keeping in touch with the people we love and everything, I think we have to be intentional about all of it. Otherwise, you focus on just you and whatever you may be going through, you probably might go insane. Not literally, but emotion wise and relationship wise, everywhere, in every way. So we've all got to be intentional, and in this season especially, be intentional in this season and make things work. Personally, our spiritual lives, very important. Our spiritual lives, our personal lives, relationships, and all others that are related to our growth, mental growth, emotional growth, and social growth. Now social is relegated, but the others should be taken care of, like with intent, or with positivity.
So hi everyone, my name is Kenneth Wara. From Accra, Ghana specifically. I'm gonna bring to your doorstep for the updates of the COVID-19 on the Ghanaian economy. As you may all be aware, that this pandemic has caused so much of cause of concern among all the globe and the countries, and also much is said about Ghana. Not also quite recently, there have been a restriction in terms of movement from people within cities to pursue economic activities. And as a matter of fact, last 2 weeks, the government, in consolidation with the cabinet of ministers, advised that they had to lift the ban to enhance people to move in search of food and in search of pastures. So this has had a tremendous effect on most industries and companies in Ghana, whereby employers have been asked employees to stay at home to work, and affecting productivity. Production has been cut down in numerous sectors, especially in the manufacturing sector. If people used to produce 100% per month, they had to turn to about 60 or 40%, depending on the resources available to pursue this job. So this pandemic has really changed the world. Things are not the way they used to be. But we're hoping for the best, and we know that for everything that happens, there's a reason. And I know very well.
So, hello. I am currently in my village, somewhere in the eastern part of Ghana. And ever since I arrived here, I've been going to town frequently just to observe how my people are going about the pandemic, which is COVID-19. It breaks my heart so much to realize that majority of them have not come into terms with the outbreak of the pandemic. Maybe they feel it's a joke or it's not something that serious. They don't social distance, they don't put on face masks or nose masks. In fact, everything over here is normal. They go about their normal duties as it was before. And maybe I think it's because they have not recorded any case yet over here. My general opinion is that the disease is really real. The virus is really, really real. As we hear from our neighboring cities and towns, people are really dying. I want to entreat everybody to come into terms and not joke with COVID-19. Whenever we are going to town, of course, which is necessary, we should go out when we think it's very, very necessary. We shouldn't forget our nose masks or face masks. And then we should try as much as possible to frequently wash our hands with soap and running water. We shouldn't forget our sanitizers as well. As parents, this is the time that we have to engage our kids. We should make sure that they are really, really learning. We should get something for them to read. Other than that, we don't know what will become of them. We should try as much as possible to teach them since schools are closed for now. I would like to appeal or ask that if you have not subscribed to Ghana v Aku on YouTube, please go there and then click the subscribe button to keep on enjoying videos from her. She's really doing a good job over there. In fact, a lot of things you would not regret. We are praying to God that this ends very soon. It is well. Of course, it is well. Thank you.
Hello, lovely viewers. I'm Dr. T, currently staying in China. My own experience, or my COVID-19 experience, has been so petrifying. I quite remember when it all started in January. You wake up early in the morning and all you see and hear are updates on deaths of coronavirus patients, updates on new recorded cases, and it has not been easy at all. But here we are today. We are free to move out. We can breathe that fresh air. Once again, you can move to the McD's, you can move to the KFCs, and enjoy all the stuff that we were not able to enjoy for the past 3 months. Indeed, we face an enemy that is faceless, raceless, sexless, and non-denominational. And I believe that this has been very challenging moments for everybody, but we can take advantage of this moment. We have to focus on the stories that reminds us of the goodness of humanity and the power of human connection. Learn something new, restore the balance in your life. Those of us that we don't know how to cook, we can take advantage of this moment. Go on YouTube, subscribe. Subscribe to channels like our sister Aku's channel, Aku GA channel. Learn something new, because when these moments are over, you blame yourself, and it will be so sad that you are not able to take advantage of staying indoors. So I want to encourage everybody to stay home as you can, keep a safe distance, obey the rules of social distancing, wash your hands often. If you realize that you have a fever, difficulty in breathing, you have a cough, you can seek medical attention, because this moment is going to pass. So I will encourage everybody to stay calm and obey all the precautionary measures that our health professionals are giving us. And we will once again smile when this is all over, because there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Eira Foli, a Jesuit scholastic currently studying theology at l'Institut de la Théologie de la Compagnie de Jésus in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. As I speak with you now, there are 1,362 confirmed cases of coronavirus infections in Côte d'Ivoire, with the majority of the cases being in Abidjan, where I find myself. Out of that number, 622 people have recovered and 15 people have died. The number of deaths is not as large as can be found in other countries, But let us not lose sight of the fact that these are parents, siblings, spouses, and then friends of real people, children of people. The ray of hope in all of this is that the number of recoveries is much larger than the deaths. For me, it means God has not abandoned us. For me, it means there is hope. We mourn with those who have lost loved ones, but we also celebrate with those who have recovered. As a student, I have had to adjust to attending classes online in my room. I don't get to meet my classmates to enjoy spontaneous conversations and to bounce off ideas. And to be honest, I really miss the little jokes we share even when professors are in the classroom. I have had friends who have had to cancel weddings because of the lockdown measures that have been put in place after many months of planning. I have had a relative buried with only 25 people present, and with the borders closed, some of the children of the deceased could not make it. It is indeed sad times that we live in. Bad times don't last forever, my friends. We are beginning to see a loosening of restrictions in countries that have been badly hit, like Italy and Spain. God does not abandon us and is always with us, even in times of trials and tribulations. This is the time where we have to place our full hope in Jesus Christ and to intensify our prayers. We remember that Jesus himself suffered. Our Lord suffered and gave his life for us, even when we didn't deserve it or even when we didn't ask for it. How much more now when we turn up our eyes and our voices to him in prayer and in supplication? It shall be well, and he will not abandon us. And as they say here, Sava Ale, it shall be well. Stay safe and follow the measures prescribed by the health authorities. May the good Lord bless us all, and thank you.
Brothers and sisters, thank you all so much for helping me, for supporting me with your views and your opinions. I truly am grateful. You are the real MVPs. Thank you all so much. Yeah, although I reached out to you at a later time, you still came through for me. I really am very grateful. Yes, and to you my subscribers, to you my viewers, I hope you learned a thing or two. Yeah, so I just want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for still supporting me, Ghana Aku. And if you have any video ideas you think is going to be useful, you can feel free to share it with me, and then I will do my best to serve you. Thank you all so much for watching. God bless you wherever you are. It is my prayer that you remain safe. It is my prayer that God comes through for you no matter what you may be going through now. I pray and hope that God sees you through it, okay? For God is the Almighty Father. He is the I am that I am. He is the Jehovah Jireh. He is the one that says and then he does it, okay? Our dependable God. So in him we trust. I'm going to end this video right here. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all my brothers and sisters who supported me in making this video a reality. In fact, I love you all so much. God bless you all. Until we meet another time, it is Ghana Aku. Bye.